Anyway, so Xbox Developer Direct. I don't know if they've done one of these before. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they have. The only thing I know about this is I'm sure I looked at the original poster, so I'm sure I've seen more than I actually think I have. But the main thing I want to watch is I want to see what's going on with Indiana Jones, because I love me some Indiana Jones. I really hope they don't fuck it up, because that's like, I don't know, it's just one of my favourite films. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, apart from that, I think they were doing, I want to say that Outer Worlds 2 is being shown. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into it. Because time. Let's just check how loud this is. Oh, that's really helpful. It's not actually doing it, is it? Hang on. There you go. Loud. Probably about there, maybe? No, so we're only looking at 4 games then, but they're giving us like an in-depth view of them, I guess. I spotted Todd Howard. What would he be showing? Okay, so he's just showing us here. Obsidian. Is that Avowed?
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
Okay, cool. Right.
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands.
This already looks quite different from when they last showed it.
Creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG.
Yeah, this looks like it's very different, like graphically.
Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
See, that sounds fun. Like, you're just not locking yourself into a single build.
With a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, We provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies and then use
Machine
your
gun
offhand weapons power
wands.
attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences, like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the
I don't know,
bodies
Wing.
of
That
these
looks better
fallen
than
soldiers.
how a
And
lot
as
of
you
games deal with
explore
it,
the
in my
remains of the
opinion.
battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me.
Depends how the trees
Training
work, I
Captain
guess.
Ruiki.
Like, can I still be
Trying to keep
strong
the
without
Earthbound
specking
safe.
into a class?
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes.
Or do you just become a bit
that I
like
would
jack of all
judge.
trades, master of none?
Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Third Born.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest.
That gets thrown around a lot, though, doesn't it? But that means very different things
Art director Matt Hansen
in different
and the
games.
team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted a Avowed setting.
Fallout New Vegas
to
did it
feel
quite well, though,
rich,
so...
weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes, and each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis,
I suppose it has been a long
there's
time,
the
hasn't it?
opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches
See,
this fall.
this it doesn't look bad. It just seems like... I don't know if there's enough here to kind of differentiate it from other games in the genre. Like, I can't see it being amazing, but I can see it being good. Fall 2024. So this is like the Xbox Direct then, I assume. Is that the kind of thing they're going for? Oh, I heard, I did accidentally see that this got a release date, but I haven't seen anything else about it. I still need to play the first one of these. I'll get around to it eventually.
Hi, I'm Dom Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
And graphically, this game looks fucking insane. But I'm not sure if there's enough game
Senua is back
for
with
me.
a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
Yeah, but that's nuts that that's in
In
game.
the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
A sign.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
I think I need to play the first
better than
one to really
anyone, better than
understand
I
what the
do.
hype is
Her
around
instincts
this.
are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces, and then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural
You're right, John.
audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
Did you play the first one, Wing? No, you said playing them, so I assume you haven't.
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality,
Tape mode.
it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game
Right.
and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey, a journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Okay, so this might sound... I don't know if this sounds right, but this feels to me like Xbox doing what I would now consider a traditional PlayStation game. Like very much like narrative based, that kind of thing. Feels like their attempt at that. Do you reckon that's fair to say? Oh, we got Secret Square. I saw Square. Is this FF14 coming out? Oh, is that Trails of Eden, is it, or whatever the new one was called? Are they actually giving some Xbox love now?
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix. 聖剣伝説 Visions of Mana の情報を
Visions of Mana, that's it. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad they're bringing this across.
大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17
No,
年
it's
ぶ
not
りとなる
Trials, it's
聖剣
Mana,
伝説シリーズ
Wing.
の完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは 1991
I was thinking of Trials of
ファイナル
Mana.
ファンタジー外伝として誕生
I
して
got
以
it
降
mixed up.
マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、 武器の特性を
What's
生
up,
かして戦うアクション RPG として
I want to get into the Trials games too, but I don't think they've even released the first game yet, have they?
本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思い
See,
ま
this
す。
just looks nice to play. Good like action
シリーズおな
RPG.
じみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Colourful. That's what you want.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy
We'll talk
to
about that after,
introduce
Reese.
the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当
Man, I love these
時の技
designs.
術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく、
We've seen Avowed and Senua's
バトル
Sacrifice so
中は
far.
モンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。
Big dog.
陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考
Yeah,
案してくださ
absolutely,
ってい
Wing.
ます。
Yeah.
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラク
Just
ター
love
に
how
なるくらい
colourful it is.
可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た
Yorkshire
センダー
Terrier
コや
crossed with an
古代エジプト史の
armadillo
アヌビス
pangolin.
の子供といった
Sorry,
具体
armadillo-like
的なイメージ
pangolin.
が浮かんできて、
I love
それぞれの
pangolins.
特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。
I was gonna say the music sounds really
BGM でもしっ
nice.
かり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでを
I love
シームレス
adaptive
に体
music
験できるよう
systems.
今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。
When it's done
探
well,
索
it's
中の
so
BGM が
good.
バトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。今作はアクション RPG
Man, it didn't
聖
sound
剣
like
伝説のアクション
combat
部分が
music,
強化さ
but
れています。
it was nice.
空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になってい
See
ま
air
す。
dodges.
そして本作ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で 爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックリにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
Is there a release date
聖
for
剣伝説
this?
シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
I do like that Xbox are trying to get some of these traditionally like Sony and Nintendo games on Xbox now as well. Because in theory, all of these games should be on everything, shouldn't they? Unless there's some kind of exclusivity contract there. Right, okay, they're saving indie till last. That's the one I'm waiting for. What is this game? Have we seen this before?
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Oh, I think they
Aura
have
is an homage to
shown
historical
this.
gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love. Where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage.
This is me out
and it isn't
already.
just more of the same.
It's not my kind of
we
genre.
want to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Aura, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
So is it like Civ?
For Aura, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect
I understand that. I just mean, are they making Civ again?
And finally, we knew that for
changing
players
the name.
to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Aura is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life. An intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game.
Vegan Kung Fu, thank you for the raid. Sorry, I don't have any I don't have alerts on because I don't have them on when I'm doing these kind of things. Thank you very much. Very kind.
We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world.
Jason Alexander, welcome. Bunzor.
Core to the vision of Aura is our philosophy.
How was your stream?
Rule how you want to rule. And no
Let me just
feature
give you a
better
quick shout
exemplifies
out.
this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige.
Were you watching
the
this as
player's
well?
Score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might.
Some co-working.
Scientific advancement. The choice is theirs. In Aura, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them
we're like about
and focus and prioritize on
30
those
minutes
goals
in
while still
so
being
far.
able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Aura,
They've shown a couple
I
of
like to
games
build
off
triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history.
No, welcome in,
like
everyone,
the Great
though.
Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it.
This game's looking like Civ,
game-changing abilities
if you like
to the
that kind of
nation that
thing.
constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward
God, there's so
of
many
something like an
menus.
important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military.
See, this just looks really overwhelming to me.
Ara encourages thoughtful, advanced
there's so
planning.
much going on.
It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turns.
They're showing the Indiana Jones game off
Many
soon, which is the one I'm
strategy
looking
games have
forward
players
to.
alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy.
I don't need it to be gritty, I just need it to be like Indiana Jones.
For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
But I don't need him
For
like
us at Oxide,
Indiana Jones
player
to go
feedback
like,
is the
fuck off,
only way to
cunt.
really understand what you're
Fucking
making.
Nazis,
It gives us
or
that
anything like
priceless
that.
perspective from the people we're making Ara for. You.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
I'm just
One of my
intrigued to see
favorite
what kind of
examples
game
is
it's
when
going to
we
be.
first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent
They're not
feedback,
even
that I think
running.
we ended up
They're
in
just
a
like
good place with the overall
maliciously
threat level of
walking
mountain
towards
lions
them.
to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We're going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue
Well,
to
'cause of
listen
the
to players
Cougars.
and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
I did get twatted by some cougars in. I think I got taken out by some cougars in GTA 5 actually, as well. Maybe it's a Rockstar thing. I'll do all of these apart from the Square ones on Game Pass because they're all Xbox studios. Right, come on, be good, please. Please be good. Please have the music.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises
Last Crusade's
in pop
best
culture.
one, don't at me.
In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through
Indiana
his eyes and
Jones.
experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit
Todd's
to help bring it
involved.
to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going
I
after,
see it's
what
that looks
period
first
of his
person.
life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look.
Really
at the
important they
new
don't
Indiana
fuck
Jones
the
game.
music up in this game. For me, anyway.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones. While you were playing your pointless game,
Is it going to look like Harrison Ford?
I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
All right. The Machine Games only make games with Nazis in as the bad guys.
Myths. History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts.
I recognise that guy.
Scattered and buried.
Is that the Candyman actor?
Waiting.
Is it Candyman?
To be found.
You can't just run away
Oh!
from your problems.
They're getting all of the old guys back.
Watch me.
Yeah, we got Wilhelm
Throughout
screams.
history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
It's got the music.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up? Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle. You have any idea how old that was?
Yeah, man, that looks sick. They're going for like a Harrison Ford sound alike. He's not quite there, is he?
Indiana
But
Jones
it was good
is
enough.
such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people.
Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories.
That looked good.
Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of
I
the
don't care
movies
if
and the
that's not
characters
Harrison
for
Ford.
years.
He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and
So you
feels.
need good melee combat,
For us
don't
Machine
you?
Games, we do that
And that
best
looked
through
quite
first
good.
person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat and the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
All right.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican.
I'd love to, because I mean, like, you know, Indiana Jones films now
about how clever Indiana
probably
Jones
done.
is.
Let's face it, as far as Harrison Ford goes, anyway. If we could get games like this, though, to kind of carry it on,
it wouldn't be Indy
I'd be down
if
for
he
that.
wasn't using his wits to get through the situation.
Assuming they're good.
The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure, with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten
Don't
temples
mind
of
stealth if it's
Sukhothai,
good.
the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
Yes!
John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding.
John Williams has come back to do music, though.
She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now
He
she's found an
unretires,
ally
didn't he?
in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense.
Kind of reminds me of Mads Mikkelsen.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
He does look like a
is
mega
adventure
Nazi,
first.
doesn't he?
But in every indie adventure, there are always
Not Mads
those
Mikkelsen.
moments where he finds
Just
himself
be
in
clear.
the action.
That's been one of
That
those
guy.
balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head.
Hit him
and
in the
when you can't use
balls.
your wits, you got Indie's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as
Can we have a
fun and
collector's edition with
multi-purpose
an
as possible.
actual
We
whip?
want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indie's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones.
I mean, Indiana,
Obviously,
like a collector's
there are a
edition with the
handful of
hat
puzzles on
would
the
make
main
more
path,
sense.
but
You're
a
not
lot
going to
of
get a
puzzles
whip.
are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them.
But a hat.
Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year.
Yes!
And we cannot wait to share more
Todd,
soon.
no! Don't steal the idol. That looks fucking excellent. I'm very happy. I did assume it was going to be first person, being Machine Games. Oh man, it looks so good. Outro sizzle. It's just going to be all the stuff they've showed. Thing is, Reese, like, Todd doesn't inherently mean bad, does it?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Yeah, so that, I need to play the first one before I can kind of make a decision on it.
Philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy.
Creating an immersive experience.
Are we
like
forgetting
Avowed
all of the other
is anchored
games
in
he's
the
made,
world
though?
we build.
Well, not he didn't make them. He was just involved with them.
You aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
I'd actually really like thanks. You're welcome. I'd quite like, I know that, like, you know, everyone's copying everyone and whatnot, but Oh, I actually did think they were going to show off some Elder Scrolls Online. They usually do, don't they? Let's chuck a tune on. I kind of hope that they do this for their other Xbox stuff. I know it's like copying the... It's not really copying, is it? It's not like Nintendo have the patent on it or anything. But doing the like direct stuff, maybe like 2 or 3 times a year, is probably the best way to do it. I'm going to echo something that Ian said in the Discord earlier, and this is just a me thing, and I guess it's just a me thing in terms of like streaming and reacting to stuff as well. I don't always care about the devs talking about the game. I know that sounds really bad. I you know, sometimes I just want to see the game and just show me the game. Have a little bit of dev stuff in there, but I don't need huge amounts. At the same time, like when it came to indie, I was quite happy to listen to it. So I guess it's just me being... I just want the things that I want, and I don't care about the other things. I guess. I think it's just, you know, I care about it for certain games. I want to hear more about certain games than others, I guess. So I guess it's unfair of me to expect all of them to be either short or, you know, I just want the ones that I want talked about. But no, if they could do like this every, you know, 2 or 3 times a year, have them like relatively short and snappy like the Nintendo Directs, I think that'd be a good format for the Xbox ones. Saying that was what, 48 minutes? It didn't feel like 48 minutes, so that was a good balance, because the Nintendo Direct's what, like at most 40, but they show a bit more stuff, don't they? That was good. Avowed looks different. Not bad different. It looks different when they first showed it. I think it looks good. I just don't think it's anything... It's not breaking the mold, is it, at all? But I'd give it a go. It looks fun. And Obsidian... I know, like Wing was saying earlier, Obsidian doesn't have the same writers it used to, but the game's still probably going to be fun, I think. So I'll probably give that a go. Hellblade 2, I still don't quite get the hype. Like it looks amazing. That's like one of the best looking games I've ever seen. But it does look like a bit of a walking simulator with the odd bit of combat in there. And I think that's just purely because I haven't played the first one and I haven't really seen how it's structured. So I need to play the first one first. I think once I play the first one, I'll probably understand it a bit more. Then we had Visions of Mana. I'm glad Xbox is starting to get some more, like, I suppose, Japanese games on the system. I would like them physical. I don't think they're going to get physical releases of those. I don't know though. Actually, I don't know. But it's like, you know, the reason I said Trials in the thing was I was thinking of this one, Trials of Mana. But yeah, usually you can only get those on PlayStation, so you know it's nice that Xbox is getting some love in that respect. You know, I think those games should be on as many systems as possible, especially considering how niche they are. Well, they're not that niche, but they're more niche than other titles, aren't they? Then we had Ara. Was it Ara? I forget. It's Ara something, wasn't it? It's not for me, but it looks cool. Like as far as like Civ-like games go, I think people would be happy with that. And then yeah, Indiana Jones. I mean, what can I say? I'm just very happy with that. I was kind of like, when they first announced it, I was kind of half expecting them to just do a point and click game like the old ones, but actually I don't think that would have been the right decision. I don't think it would have sold really, would it? I think this is probably the best way to do it. I just hope it looked quite good in that, but I hope the melee combat feels good and like is intuitive and like countering and all that kind of stuff is good. Because the old Xbox game, was it Emperor's Tomb? Was it? I'm talking about the like 2004 game or whatever it was. That had really good melee combat, but it was third person. So hopefully they can kind of transfer that across to first person. Looks like they did though. It almost felt a bit like, just because of the stealth mechanics, it felt a bit like Dishonored parts of that. Which is that's not a bad thing. That's one of those, like, I'm shit at stealth, but Dishonored actually had good stealth. Like, I was actually alright at it. Yes, well, put it this way, I'm 100% going to play Indiana Jones, unless I'm dead or something. I'm going to 100% play Indiana Jones on stream, because that looks incredible. But yeah, that was okay. Like I said, and this is a very selfish thing to say, I kind of wish it was just a bit more punchy and it was just more trailers, but I understand that's not possible, especially with the games, like how much time it takes to make these games now. I can't expect new games to be shown off every couple of months. Not to mention these, like, you know, you've got Game Awards and all that kind of stuff, like taking some of these first look trailers as well. But I mean, really, I'd say it was just about the right length. Was that 5 things? So it was like 10 minutes each. I think that's kind of the perfect length, really, for those kind of things. If you get like a dev section where they're talking about the game that goes on for too long, it kind of drags a bit. I think 10 minutes is just about the right amount of time there for each little bit there. It wasn't obviously completely equal, but yeah, I think that was pretty good. Indiana Jones!